Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm using the Light Seers way for our reading today. I'll choose some cards from the Light Seers way and I'll also choose some from the gods, goddesses and angels as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good, for the collective or anyone who views this video. There we have one, which is the Two of Swords. The Fool, the Star, and the base of the pack, the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Wands, and Death and Rebirth. Okay, so we're on a journey here. So, the Two of Swords is a card of indecision, of conflict, and you can see there those crows there, those rooks are pulling at her hair, and these represent our thoughts being pulled in every single direction. And then we have the Fool, new beginnings. So as we are moving through this portal from the Lion's Gate, and now I see this portal is one that is drawing out old cycles, old conditioning. It's pulling and drawing out and opening up old wounds. It's so powerful. So however you're feeling it, whether it is in a relationship, whether it's finances, career, however, whatever is causing indecision, separation. So we could be seeing something in the outside world that's happening and occurring, but we're viewing it from a wound of the past. Something that's not a part of us that's not healed. We could be going into victimhood, or actually into rescuing a victim. In whichever way, there's a separation of what's right, what's wrong, who's right, who's wrong. However, it's a separation. And while we're going round in those cycles of indecision, of projection, of creating those stories in our head based on how other people may feel, and we will never know how other people feel. We will only know how we feel. So it is a reminder to keep ourselves in alignment with our divine self, our soul journey. And our soul journey won't go into conflict with anyone. No soul would go into conflict with another. It's the ego that goes into battle, that says this is right, that's wrong, or however it may be. It could be what's happening in the outside world that we've no control over. We've got no control over anything, only our own emotions. So as this energy is pulling and opening our wounds, we may be feeling this, going into conflicting thoughts. We're moving into a new beginning. So we're being asked to leave all that behind. And as we leave it behind and take our focus onto love and acceptance and wholeness and faith, that is when we then start a new journey purified from all the contamination of the past, those old concepts that we have of ourselves and others. Everyone will see something different within us, and we'll see something different within everyone else, but that is just a slither of that person, and based on how we are feeling, that's what we'll see in that person. And there is a person around that. Say we see 1%, there's 99% of that person that we don't see. We'll only see what we want to see, or what we are projecting onto that person. And during this time, this immense purification, is to take all that, strip it away, until we are just trusting where we are at every given moment is where we're meant to be. Whether our heads understand it or not, our soul does. Our souls took us into that place. This is a time of healing. This is the star. And the star, if you see the star in the traditional tarot, there's a star above. And there's 7 stars all around. The star above is Sirius, the star. And so we're receiving that immense healing still from Sirius. And you can see there, she is looking up into the light. All the stars and the stars and the cosmos are all around her. She's looking up into the light, into the higher consciousness that will guide her, that will guide us. Then we have the 6 of Pentacles, bringing ourselves in balance, remembering what we do give out comes back in a way that will affect us the way we've gave. So if we give with love, it comes back with love. If we give reluctantly, then we block ourselves off. So this is a time of bringing ourselves into balance with prosperity, with our finances. As we bring ourselves into alignment and we heal karmic cycles, our prosperity grows. So coming into alignment, coming into balance with our health, our prosperity, our well-being, and our earthly realm. The 2 of Pentacles is asking us to stay in balance again. So this is a powerful transition that we're moving through. We're being asked to stay in balance, keep one eye within and one eye on our path, knowing that the moment we start to come into disarray inside, we will create a distortion on the outside. To keep ourselves in balance, place our feet on the ground, and to really stay focused on peace at this time. The antidote is peace, not conflict. Peace. And then the Knight of Pentacles is asking us to stay grounded. The Knight of Pentacles reminds us that we're not doing this on our own. Our angels are around us, our loved ones in spirit are around us. To really take our time, there's no rush, to ground ourselves. The nights always bring change, so there's a change in our earthly environment. When we come into balance within, we will create harmony all around us. So this is a wonderful time of grounding ourselves, not rushing into anything, not rushing into any conflict, any decisions at this time, to really stay grounded. Then we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is one of conflict. So we have the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands reminds us that it reminds us to choose our battles wisely. That whatever we say to another, how is that going to affect them? Our words heal or harm. And if we are acting in a way that brings harm, that it brings disharmony within us and around us, we are creating more of a problem. We are not, there's no healing there. So the Five of Wands is one of battle. And we can carry on. And no matter who we battle with on the outside world, we're only battling with ourselves, because this battle that we are perceiving is happening around us now really came in lifetimes ago, and we're still carrying on battling with those souls in this reality until we remember, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not battling any longer. I don't know what anyone else is going through that creates them to behave in a certain way. And if something in me wants to go and fight, then I'm reacting from an old wound, from an old pattern. So that person who is in my energy field, in my vicinity, in my reality, is giving me a chance to, are you going to react from a place of child, of our inner child, or are we going to be emotionally, mentally, physically mature about things and keep our energy intact without it exploding everywhere, shattering out? And then we have the Nine of Cups. This is our wishes being fulfilled. This is our wishes being granted. So once we let go of the conflict that we feel within, the battle that we have going on within us, based on what we perceive people may have done, may have not done, what's going on in the world that we've no control over, if we carry on going into that frustration, that upset, we will only damage ourselves. So when we realise that every battle out there is actually a battle within us, and to make peace with ourselves, to absolutely make peace with ourselves, then there is a beautiful rebirth. So this is the Death card, the death and rebirth. So that part of us that goes into conflict, that 1% that's seeing 1% of somebody else, the ego, go into battle. Once we put that down, once we decide, no, I'm not going into battle any longer, I am here on my path, focusing on my beautiful wishes, my intentions, moving out of those thoughts that weaken me, that create indecision, that create confusion. They're all cycles that are being broken now. Old conditioning being broken, healed. Old karmic cycles healed to bring the death and the rebirth. And then the Knight of Cups. This is romance coming in. The moment we stop going into battle with ourselves and everyone around us, we open ourselves up, and this is romance coming in. When we go into battle and conflict, it robs us of our mojo, it robs us of our joy, it robs us of the beauty of our relationships, because we stop looking at it, we just look for conflict. And this beautiful knight there is sat there with a bunch of roses and a picnic. It's a peace offering. So instead of going into battle, let's offer everyone peace, regardless of what's going on. And as we offer everyone peace, we actually become peaceful ourselves. What we give comes back. And we're going through this portal of immense purification. And our reactions, our behaviours are going to be really, really powerful now. And it's a reminder that this is unhealed. This isn't connecting to the divine. This is connecting with my shadow, and I'm acting out from my shadow. And the light is going, let it go, let it go. And as we let it go, there is immense healing. And sometimes it's so hard to let go. There's a fear there in letting go. But what if we remember and remind ourselves the magic of letting go? I can let this go. And then it opens a portal of a different reality that doesn't reside in there any longer. It just doesn't reside there. It's a higher timeline. We step into a portal and of expansion and of happiness and divine magic. And we have Venus and the sun shining its light into our heart space. Venus in her shadow. So old pain that we have in our heart from past lifetimes, this lifetime, whether it's unrequited love, whether it is grief, whether it is betrayal, whatever it is, will be playing out in our reality, giving us that opportunity of closing it down. And it's our responsibility to close them down. That's our work, that's our lesson. So lots of healing of the heart. So where we have these blocks in our heart, there is energy leakage. So the sun shining its light, its spotlight into our heart, into the darkest shadows that can be painful and challenging and can appear real. But Venus in her beauty, in this shadow time, will bring the insights of let it go. Feel the beauty, feel the magic of letting all this go. And our heart will grow and grow and grow and grow and merge into the higher consciousness, and it will transcend into the higher dimensions when we let this pain go, when we let these conflicts go. So I'm asking for a message from the gods, goddesses and angels to help guide us through this time. We have the God of conflict resolution. Just walk away. We're being encouraged to walk away from any conflict where we're seeing light, dark, where we're seeing right, wrong, where we're seeing a duality. Walk away because it's an illusion. It's a context. We are seeing everything in a context that's distorted, especially if it's not ours and we make it ours. Whatever conflict is going on around us, put it down. And then the card that's sticking out is the God of spiritual healing. An aspect of us that's been battling for lifetimes with another soul or other souls or other whatever experiences we're going through. There's immense healing. The God of spiritual healing is bringing healing in any area of our life that is required. So offer conflict up. And this is not, if we are spiritual, we come from our hearts, but also it's about standing in our light. And if anyone is taking advantage or we are overcompensating with that person of giving and giving and giving for fear of letting somebody down or upsetting someone, we've gone into battle. Unknowingly, we've gone into rescue. We've gone into an out of alignment of giving and giving and giving until we step back and say no. And this is not going into resistance. It's just, if we keep going into that relationship, in those dynamics, we're just staying in that karmic cycle. When we step out in full light and let everybody carry on with their own life, soul journey, and we come into that alignment, the sun bringing that power, the lion, the lion's gate, the sun in Leo, giving us that empowerment to stand in our light without fear, without feeling the need that we have to go into those old cycles of give, whether it's wisdom, whether it's finances, whether it's however it may be. It's time to stand in our light, in our own power, in our hearts, in our love, but still be able to say no to stepping into old cycles that are breaking away now. So a powerful month ahead of us we have, up to the 31st of August, going through this portal. So visualise that portal. Visualise it drawing things out. And know whatever presents itself here is actually in here. And if we're feeling we're coming out of alignment, pull ourselves back into alignment in here, not try and pull the outside by forcing it and controlling it to come into alignment. Come into alignment inside with a knowing that this is the way I am moving forward now, in that place of peace, of love, and in this time receiving this powerful spiritual healing that surrounds us all. So I'm sending so much love, and thank you so much for listening. God bless. Thank you.